Hi everyone! So, my name is PAGADORA and together with me is my EDP partner,
Miss Regine PERENAL.
and today, ipapresent namin sa inyo aming final EDP video presentation para sa aming final defense. And bakit nga ba namin naisipan na lettuce ang gawin naming business?
Ang lettuce ay sobrang in demand sa panahon ngayon, lalong-lalo na ito ay patok sa samgitsalan dahil ang lettuce ay pinaka-main dish sa samgitsal.
So marami rin sa mga tao ngayon ang health conscious kaya lumilipat sila sa healthy diet. Kaya naman pumapatok rin talaga yung lettuce sa panahon ngayon. At kung mapapansin din natin, marami sa mga handaan na makikita natin sa mga lamesa na may mga handa. Ang mga lettuce, ginagamit nila ito sa mga sandwiches, sa iba pang mga pang-design ng pagkain. At dahil doon, na-inspire kami na kaya yung gawin namin business para kumita kami ng pera. At wala nang ibang paligoy-ligoy pa, simulan na natin.
Nature of the project. The Green Wave Lettuce Lactuca sativa production enterprise operated as a partnership between two student entrepreneurs. This collaborative business venture encompassed key functional areas including production, personal management, marketing strategies, and financial planning. The primary objective was to cultivate and market fresh, high-quality lettuce to meet consumer demand.
Objectives of the project. The overall objective of the project was to apply management and agribusiness principles in the production and sale of lettuce, providing valuable entrepreneurial learning experiences for the students. The project had the following specific objectives. First, acquire knowledge and practical experience in lettuce production. Second, generate income through lettuce cultivation. Third, evaluate the profitability of small-scale lettuce production and marketing.
Time and place of the project. The Entrepreneurial Development Project, or the EDP, took place at Cavite State University main campus from January to June 2024.
Description of the enterprise. Location and layout of the project. The Enterprise Development Project was situated in the crop production area within the university. The project utilized a total of 280.8 square meters of land, organized into 17 plots. Each plot measured 1 meter in width and 12 meters in length, with 40 centimeter pathways between them.
The plants were arranged in each plot with a spacing of 20 by 20 cm apart in the rows and 20 cm away from the boarding line, allowing for a total of 240 lettuce plants per plot. Consequently, the 17 plots accommodated a total of 5,400 lettuce plants.
Organization and Management. Mr. Kenmore Pagadora and Ms. Regine PERENAL oversaw all functional areas of the Enterprise Development Project. The student entrepreneurs managed production, personal, marketing, and financial aspects, including management of production expenses and profits.
Production. Pre-production activities. Procurement of materials. The procurement process for production materials began with purchasing green wave lettuce seeds from MC Enterprise at 073 Aguinaldo Highway crossing Mendez, Tagaytay City, Cavite. Carbonized rice hull was sourced from One Stop Rock Shop and seedling trays were obtained from KMKE Life Shop, both through Shopee Philippines. Vermicast was acquired from Mr. Frederico at Cavite State University, followed by purchasing plastic mulch from Farmhouse Enterprise via Shopee Philippines and a water hose from Bibalani store in Poblacion 2, Alfonso, Cavite. Metal wire was sourced from AMG Hardware and urea fertilizer from Polido Enterprises, both located in Indang, Cavite. Lettuce seedlings were purchased from Ocampos St. Ivan Agriculture Services in Barangay Osorio, 13 Martires, Cavite, while plastic bags were bought from Alfonso Flea Market. And lastly, lawn sprinklers were obtained from asite.ph via Shopee Philippines.
Site clearing. The land area was cleared with the help of a hired worker. All grass and undesired plants were removed from the area using a grass cutter. Land preparation. The land area has been plowed twice using a tractor and a disc plow to turn and break up soil, to bury crop residues, and to help control weeds.
Layouting. The student entrepreneurs used a meter tape to measure the land area.
Plot preparation. The student entrepreneurs, with the help of a paid laborer, had prepared 17 plots, each measuring 1 meter in width and 12 meters in length, using a hoe and a shovel. Additionally, 12 kilograms of chicken manure were incorporated into each plot.
Mulching. Plastic mulch was laid over each of these plots. Prior to making holes in the mulch, a long string was used to ensure the rows of holes were straight and a marker to indicate where the holes would be made. The student entrepreneurs had heated a can with charcoal to make the holes in the mulch. The charcoal was first heated in a large can and then transferred to smaller cans for making holes in the mulch. Each plot had been prepared with 240 holes for planting lettuce.
Sowing media preparation. The 15 seedling trays, each with 200 holes, were filled with a mixed sowing medium. This medium consisted of 1:1 ratio of vermicast and carbonized rice hull.
Seed sowing. The student entrepreneurs had sown lettuce seeds in 3 separate batches. They had used 15 seedling trays for the first and second batches and 10 seedling trays for the third batch. The first batch was sown in the second week of February, followed by the second batch in the following week. The final batch was sown in the second week of April. Throughout the early stages, the seeds were consistently watered using a water sprayer, and a water hose with nozzle was used during the seedling stage.
Hardening. The seedlings were hardened 3 days before transplanting them. They had been exposed to direct sunlight gradually for 3 days, 3 hours on the first day, 6 hours on the second day, and 9 hours on the third day to help them adapt to the new environment where they would grow permanently.
Transplanting. The lettuce seedlings that are 21 days old and have 3 to 4 leaves was transplanted to the field late in the afternoon by the student entrepreneurs with the help of hired laborers.
Watering. The lettuce plants were watered 4 times daily when needed to prevent the lettuce from drying out. The student entrepreneurs had implemented various irrigation methods. Initially, a hand sprinkler and a water hose were used for manual watering of the lettuce. The student entrepreneurs had also installed drip irrigation using 1.5-liter soft drinks bottles for some of the plants in one plot to test its effectiveness when left throughout the day with the bottles filled with water. Eventually, the student entrepreneurs had purchased a lawn sprinkler to water the lettuce plants throughout the day and prevent them from wilting due to the intense heat.
Fertilization. The fertilization process was carried out in 3 ways. Initially, the student entrepreneurs had enriched the soil with nutrients by incorporating 12 kilograms of chicken manure per plot. Subsequently, on the 7th and 14th days post-transplantation, urea fertilizer solution was applied to each lettuce plant to provide the necessary nitrogen for leaf growth. This involved preparing a solution by mixing 2 tablespoons, 30 grams of urea in 16 liters of water and applying 236.588 ml or 8 ounces of cup of this solution to each plant through drenching. Every 3 days after the urea application, the lettuce plants were fertilized with fish amino acid or FAA to boost their growth. This involved preparing a solution by mixing 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of FAA in 1 liter of water, which was then applied through foliar application. Each plant received 3 liters of the FAA solution. Both the FAA and urea fertilization processes were performed twice and were carried out late in the afternoon.
Weed management. Hand weeding was done once in every 2 weeks to prevent competition between plants and weeds for water and nutrient absorption.
Pest monitoring. No pests that can harm crops when found all throughout the production. However, the student entrepreneurs observed a variety of other creatures in the plots. These included frogs, spiders, ants, and crickets. These creatures weren't pests, but rather contributed to the area's biodiversity and even assisted in pest control. Frogs and spiders, for instance, are natural predators of many garden pests.
Harvesting. The lettuce was harvested 24 days after transplanting to the field using a gardening scissors. The student entrepreneurs collected the harvested lettuce using crates, then transported to the shaded area using a wheelbarrow. This procedure was carried out early in the morning.
Post-harvest handling. The student entrepreneurs ensured that the harvested lettuce was clean and of good quality by washing it, removing any damaged or deformed parts, and placing it on a drying rack to dry. The lettuce was then packed in plastic bags based on the pre-orders received.
Marketing. The student entrepreneurs sold their harvested lettuce at different markets. The majority of the harvested lettuce consisted of bulk orders, which was directly delivered to Miss Mary Jane Rosales at Alfonso Flea Market in Poblacion 5, Alfonso, Cavite. Additionally, the student entrepreneurs also made individual sales and reached out to Samgyupsal restaurants around Indang and Alfonso, Cavite by messaging them on their Facebook pages to offer the lettuce. These restaurants eventually became repeat customers. The lettuce was priced at 120 pesos per kilogram, although some of the lettuce were sold at 50 pesos due to market price fluctuation. So, based on what we can see on the figure, the distribution of lettuce sales between Alfonso and Indang in Cavite showed that 65.47% of total lettuce harvest was sold in Alfonso, with the remaining 34.53% sold in Indang. The distribution initially suggests a higher demand in Alfonso. However, a closer look revealed that the significant sales in Alfonso were primarily driven by bulk orders from Miss Mary Jane Rosales. In contrast, sales in Indang were spread across multiple establishments, indicating a broader customer base there. This diversity in sales approach underscores that entrepreneurs' effective adoption to different market dynamics between the two locations, leveraging both bulk sales and broader customer reach strategies to maximize their lettuce sales.
Financial analysis. Table 1. Cost of materials. Table 1 presents the materials utilized by student entrepreneurs in their lettuce production. The total expenditure incurred by these entrepreneurs amounted to 7,372 pesos, reflecting the combined cost of all materials.
Table 2. Cost of labor. Table 2 displays the labor cost incurred by student entrepreneurs across all production activities throughout the enterprise development project. According to the table, the wage per hour for one person was 56 pesos. The total expenditure on labor amounted to 13,587 pesos.
Table 3. Other expenses. Table 3 outlines additional expenses incurred by student entrepreneurs throughout the enterprise development project. These include costs such as paid labor, tractor rental, rent and utilities expenses, and fuel for transportation. The total expenditure amounted to 6,552 pesos.
Table 4. Total cost of production. Table 4 illustrates the total production costs incurred by student entrepreneurs. It consolidates expenses for materials, labor, and other project-related costs. Overall, the student entrepreneurs spent a total of 27,511 pesos on production.
Table 5. Income statement. Table 5 details the quantity of lettuce sold by the student entrepreneurs. It shows that a total of 387 kilograms of harvested lettuce were sold at 120 pesos per kilogram, generating a total of 46,400 pesos. Additionally, 30 kilograms were sold at 50 pesos per kilogram, totaling at 1,500 pesos. In total, the gross income earned by the student entrepreneurs amount to 47,940 pesos.
So, computation for net income. Net income is calculated by subtracting the total cost of production from the gross income. In this case, the gross income is 47,940 pesos and the total cost of production is 27,511 pesos. Therefore, the net income is 20,429 pesos.
Break-even price. The break-even price per kilogram is calculated by dividing the total cost of production by the harvest weight in kilograms. In this case, the total cost of production is 27,511 pesos and the harvest weight is 417 kilograms. Therefore, the break-even price is 65.97 pesos per kilogram. The break-even price indicates the price at which total revenue equals total costs, resulting in no profit or loss. In this scenario, for every kilogram of harvest weighing 417 kilograms, the price must be set at 65.97 pesos in order to cover the total production costs.
Break-even yield. So break-even yield is determined by dividing total cost of production by the weighted average price per kilogram. So in this case, the total cost of production is 27,511 and the weighted average price per kilogram is 114.96 pesos per kilogram. Therefore, the break-even yield is 239 kilogram. So the break-even yield represents the minimum amount of harvest yield required to cover the total production cost at a given price per kilogram. In this case, or in this context, to break even and cover the production cost of 27,511 pesos at 114.96 pesos per kilogram, a yield of 239 kilogram must be achieved.
Return on investment. Return on investment is calculated by dividing the net income by the total cost of production and then multiplying the result of 100%. In this case, the net income is 20,429 pesos and the total cost of production is 27,511 pesos. Therefore, the ROI is 74.26%. The return on investment percentage indicates the profitability of an investment relative to its cost. In this scenario, achieving a ROI of 74.26% means that for every 1 peso spent on production, the return is 1.74 peso, reflecting a positive and profitable outcome.
Problem solutions and insights.
Compacted soil. During land preparation, the student entrepreneurs had faced the problem of compacted soil in the area they had intended to cultivate. The soil had not only been compacted but also dry, lacking moisture, which could make it form into hard lumps or clumps. To address this issue, the student entrepreneurs had decided to add water to the soil by watering. The water helped to break apart the clumps and soften the soil. As the water had seeped, it had created spaces between the soil particles, making the soil looser. This process hadn't happened instantly but gradually over time with consistent watering. The soil texture had transformed from being hard and clumpy to soft and loose.
Mulch displacement due to strong wind. When the student entrepreneurs placed plastic mulch on the planting bed, some of the plastic mulch got damaged and torn due to strong winds. The immediate solution to this problem was to replace the damaged mulch with new ones and promptly perforate it with planting holes for the lettuce. The holes helped prevent tearing from the strong winds and allowed for proper circulation.
Seedling loss due to strong winds. During seedling stage of the lettuce, the two student entrepreneurs encountered a problem with some seedling trays tipped over, which resulted in the loss of some seedlings. In response to this setback, the student devised a solution. They secured the remaining trays to prevent further losses and promptly replanted new seeds in the seedling boxes. They also purchased seedlings from St. Ivan Agriculture Services in Barangay Osorio 13 Martires to fill the empty holes and not fall behind on the scheduled harvest time for the second batch.
Heat stress in plants. On the first day of transplanted lettuce in the field, many wilted and some leaves were scorched by the heat from the plastic mulch due to the intensity of the sun. The student entrepreneurs responded to this problem by replacing the wilted lettuce with new ones in the empty spaces. They also increased the frequency of watering in the subsequent days to prevent further wilting and to avoid the plastic mulch from overheating. Eventually, the student entrepreneurs purchased a sprinkler to ensure the soil did not dry out throughout the day and to prevent the plants from wilting due to the extreme heat. Insights. The partnership between Mr. Kenmer Pagadora and Mr. Jean PERENAL demonstrated how collaborations can foster problem-solving and creativity. The project served as a valuable learning experience for student entrepreneurs. They encountered challenges such as compacted soil, mulch displacement, and seedling losses, which prompted them to develop innovative solutions.
Selling lettuce to local markets and restaurants underscored the importance of networking for business success. Choosing to plant lettuce during cooler months proved strategic, as the favorable weather conditions promoted optimal growth and met high market demand, potentially increasing profitability for farmers.
The project provided a platform for continuous learning and growth among student entrepreneurs, inspiring them to explore new opportunities and expand their venture. They gained insights into resilience, teamwork, community engagement, and pursuit of continuous improvement, preparing them for effectively future success in agricultural sector. Plans. The student entrepreneurs plan to leverage their experience from the enterprise development project to expand their business ventures. They aim to increase their production area from 280.8 square meters to 600 square meters, accommodating more lettuce plants by adding additional plots.
To support this expansion, they intend to invest 30,000 pesos in their venture. Of this investment, approximately 10,000 pesos will be allocated for purchasing new materials such as seeds, plastic mulch, and fertilizers. Another 10,000 pesos will go towards hiring paid laborers for tasks including site clearing and plot preparation. The remaining funds will cover miscellaneous expenses and the entrepreneurs' wages. With the expanded production area, the student entrepreneurs expect to surpass their previous net income of 20,429 pesos over 3 months, targeting a monthly income exceeding 20,000 pesos. They plan to increase the selling price of their lettuce from 120 pesos to 150 pesos per kilogram due to growing consumer demand. To achieve their revenue goals, the entrepreneurs will focus on enhancing their presence in local markets in Indang, Alfonso, Trece, and Tagaytay. They also aim to supply lettuce to nearby restaurants, cafes, and grocery stores. Their strategy includes strengthening marketing efforts by forming partnerships with local businesses for consistent orders and establishing distribution channels. Additionally, the entrepreneurs will develop an online presence through platforms like Facebook and a dedicated website to reach a broader customer base. They plan to introduce new lettuce varieties and value-added products such as salads to attract more customers and drive business growth. By implementing these strategies, the student entrepreneurs are poised to achieve success and further establish their lettuce production enterprise.
Summary and conclusion. In summary, the Green Wave Lettuce Production Enterprise was a collaborative project led by student entrepreneurs Mr. Kenmore Pagadora and Ms. Regine PERENAL, aimed at cultivating and selling fresh, high-quality lettuce, conducted at Cavite State University main campus. The project spanned from January to June 24. Utilizing 280.8 square meters of land divided into 17 plots, the enterprise accommodated a total of 5,400 lettuce plants. Mr. Pagadora and Ms. PERENAL oversaw all operational aspects, including production, personnel management, marketing, and finance. Pre-production activities include material procurement, site and plot clearing, land preparation, mulching, seed sowing, media preparation, hardening, transplanting, watering, fertilization, weed control, pest monitoring, harvesting, and post-harvest handling. Throughout the project, the student entrepreneurs encountered challenges such as compacted soil, mulch displacement, seedling loss, and plant heat stress. They effectively address these challenges, demonstrating resilience and adapt problem-solving skills. The enterprise successfully sold 417 kilograms of green wave lettuce, generating a gross income of 47,940 pesos, with a total production cost of 27,511 pesos. The project achieved a net income of 20,429 pesos and a return on investment of 74.26%. This project provided invaluable learning experiences for the student entrepreneurs, emphasizing teamwork, problem-solving, community engagement, and business networking. It equipped them with essential skills for success in the agricultural sector and inspired them to pursue further opportunities for growth and advancement.
Conclusion. The Green Leaf Lettuce Production Enterprise led by student entrepreneurs Kenmore Pagadora and Regine PERENAL at Cavite State University has proven to be a successful venture in lettuce cultivation. Despite challenges such as soil issues and seedling loss, the students' dedication and adept problem-solving skills have resulted in a profitable and sustainable business. With a production cost of 27,511 pesos, they achieved a gross income of 47,940 pesos, leading to a net income of 20,429 pesos and a notable return on investment of 74.26%. This project provided invaluable hands-on experience in agriculture and business management for students. It also highlighted the financial viability of small-scale lettuce farming. By establishing partnerships with local markets and restaurants, the students effectively marketed their produce and maximized sales. Their success underscores the importance of fostering strong business relationships and meeting the growing demand for fresh, locally grown products. In conclusion, the Green Leaf Lettuce Production Enterprise exemplifies the students' resilience, teamwork, and entrepreneurial spirit. It serves as a blueprint for aspiring agricultural entrepreneurs, emphasizing the significance of innovation, collaboration, and continuous learning in achieving success in agribusiness.
Cash flow statement. So dito po sa aming cash flow statement, makikita po natin na may beginning balance kami na 10,000 na kung saan ay pinag-ambagan namin ni Reg ng tig 5,000 kami para po magkaroon kami ng total capital of 10,000 pesos. So sa month po ng January, gumastos po kami ng 1,000 pesos at saka 300 pesos para sa site clearing at saka sa plowing. Kaya po may total expense po kami na 1,300 pesos. Kaya po ang remaining balance na lang namin ay 8,700. Sa February naman po ay yung remaining balance namin na 8,700 ay gumastos naman po kami para sa carbonized rice hull at sa iba pang materials na may total po na 6,313 pesos. Kaya po may natira kaming balance na 2,387. Sa March naman po ay ang natira naming 2,387 ay nadagdagan ng 2,000 pesos kasi po ay nag-ambagan ulit kami ng tig 1,000 pesos para pumapunan yung mga gastos namin. So may total cash on hand po kami na 4,387 at may nagastos po kami na total na 2,562 pesos. Minus po namin yun sa total cash on hand namin na 4,387 kaya po may remaining balance na lang kami na 1,825 pesos. So samantaman po ng April, yung remaining balance po namin ay nadagdagan kasi po ay kami na ay kumita ng pera. Yung kinita po namin sa mantang April ay 39,300. Sa kinita po namin pera, nagkaroon po kami ng total cash on hand na 41,125 pesos at nagkaroon rin po kami ng expenses na merong halagang 749 pesos kaya po ang natira na lang naming balance ay 40,376. And then, sa month ng May naman po, ang natira naming balance ay yung 40,376 ay nadagdagan pa ng aming sale na 6,000 pesos at wala po kami nagastos sa month na ito kaya po ang total ay 46,376. At ganoon rin po sa month ng June at kumita rin po kami ulit sa month ng June ng 2,640 kaya po may total po kami na balance na 49,016 pesos.
Profit and loss statement. In the profit and loss statement, we can see a total income of 48,936 pesos. Below this, we find the expenses incurred by student entrepreneurs in their entire production, including expenses for materials, field operations, and other costs, totaling 27,511 pesos. To calculate the profit, we need to subtract the total expenses of student entrepreneurs from their total earnings by subtracting the total cost of 27,511 pesos from the total income of 48,936 pesos. We have a profit of 20,429 pesos, resulting in a return on investment of 74.26%.